me and Ina, we meet a lot of new people here all the time, and we're new to the city, so we just like go out to all these events, and then we go to a lot of like networking events too. So I thought it'd be interesting to kind of talk about like what makes a good first impression. So either how we ourselves want to present ourselves to other people when we first meet them, like what we feel like will make a good first impression, or how things we notice from other people that made us feel like, oh, that was a good first impression. Like either guy, girl, just like what makes you feel like this person is a good impression. I think I explained that decently, right? You get me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so
I think, well, this is like more traditional, but it's handshake, because when I'm at a networking event, I notice like by the handshake and how they do it, like if they're more like assertive people, or if they're a little bit more shy by just how they hold my hand.
Let's do one right now. Give me your first impression handshake.
Okay. Hi.
Nice to meet you. Is it good? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
I like that.
Yeah.
Good grip.
Yeah, I learned that before. I forgot like where I learned this, but yeah, not too loose.
Not too hard.
Not too hard. Yeah, that's pretty good. You got a good one too.
Yeah, but sometimes you hold someone's hand and they like have a dead fish.
Yeah.
And you're just like, support it from under, because
or like you're crushing your fingers.
Oh my god, I've had people like hurt my hand because they like really squeeze hard.
Yeah.
So then when that happens, I'm like, okay, I could tell your personality right away.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not always right, but that's like the first impression.
Yeah, handshake it. Yeah, that is definitely like the initial like first thing you notice, right?
Yeah. But even before to that, I think maybe we can speak to like
for sure. I think there's a lot of like
and the appearance, and like the energy. You
for sure.
In the room.
I think for me, I think right away though, like especially I'm just thinking like networking events, because that's like where you meet a lot of different people, like. Because we've been practicing, so like we go to a lot. So now I'm pretty good at just like going up to random strangers.
You're like, hey,
hi, my name's Ariel. It's like
pretty easy.
It's pretty easy. But you'll see how they react to, or like even before how they react, how they approach you as you're about to like initiate that conversation. I feel like you can sense the energy, and people that are like very open and like confident in reciprocating the initial hi. I think that's a great first impression. Like some people are like kind of timid, and they'll follow your lead. So you can tell like, oh shoot, like this person is going to just wait until I ask every question.
Which I hate.
Yeah. So you can tell, because like even in the initial few seconds, I feel like how they respond to like you opening up is telling.
Yeah. And I also like, this is obviously only applies to like networking events, but I like skim my eyes, and if I lock eyes with somebody and they look friendly, then I'll go up and approach them. But sometimes you look at them and they give you a dead stare, like don't come near me because like I don't want to talk to you kind of vibe.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that's a vibe they're giving, but like it's the resting bitch face,
right?
Right?
So you do actually? I kind of do too.
Because I want to go into an environment where it's a bit more comfortable, especially where there's a group of people and I lock eyes with somebody and they're like giving me a dead stare. Then I'm like, okay, well I don't really care.
But like I think I don't know if I actually always like lock eyes with someone. Sometimes I just like
your hand first,
inject myself in.
Hello, somebody.
Because I feel like if I think about it too much, approaching a group, especially if it's a group, that's like the most intimidating, right? Then I'll start questioning like what do I say and like whatever. But if I just like go for it without thinking, then it just works out. So
and another thing I also do, and I don't know if this is like being a prejudice, but like because I want to meet someone in the creative field, and sometimes when you go to a networking event and it's not more niche or more, what's the word I'm looking for, filtered, you could meet anybody, right? So I try to look at their outfit,
me
and
too.
if they're more well dressed or more like cool or style, then I'm like, okay, maybe you probably do work in a more creative industry.
So how you dress definitely is a first impression indicator too, for sure. And I don't think that's like, we're not trying to be superficial, but like you only have a limited amount of time at these events. We're talking networking events again specifically, but there is like a skill and art to it, right? Like you can't spend like 15 minutes talking to the same person, and then this is going a bit off topic, but I think it's a good point to raise. One thing I noticed from networking events too is I think what's harder than an intro is actually your exit strategy.
Oh really? I've mastered my exit strategy.
Really? I mean, I think it's more so like I always want to be polite and nice. It's not hard for me, but I notice like with other people I bring, awkward, I feel like it is harder for them to exit the conversation than to say hi, just because you get caught up and then like you don't know when to stop the conversation. Then what I tell people is like you're literally at a networking event. That's what you're supposed to do. So you can be direct and be like, nice talking to you, like let's connect. And then I'm gonna go mingle. So on the other side of the spectrum though, when I'm at a party, I'm the complete opposite. I just like don't know how to talk to people unless I'm drinking. Thing, though. But it's different because you're not there to network. People are there to like drink and have fun. So I feel more awkward being like, "Hi." Well, yeah, you don't do it that way, but you kind of just like.
It's a lot easier when I have a couple of drinks.
Yeah, me too.
Or if I know that there's that person knows somebody already. Yeah. But if it's like a house party and it's a complete stranger, I just don't even talk to them because I'm already there with my friends.
Yeah. Well, it depends. Like, true. I'm trying to think. I don't think. I think for me, it's not as like. It's definitely a different approach to networking events, but it's not. I think I talk to a lot of new people at parties, and it normally feels very organic. So that's why I can't even really think of like how I. I think it's more so like you obviously you go with your friends, but like if everyone's chilling, you want to meet new people, you just kind of like. Usually they're already talking about something, so you can kind of just like walk towards them and then raise another point into their conversation, right?
Slowly.
Anyways, there's this art and skill to all of this, so yeah. Okay, but what about like how you present yourself then? Like what do you try to do to make a good first impression?
I try to nod a lot because I find that when I give people nods, it shows that they're listening. I'm listening. I also like try not to look distracted because I hate when I'm talking to somebody and they're like looking like far away from where I am. So I obviously don't like that, so I don't try to do that to somebody. So I like try to look into their eyes.
Yeah. Ooh, on that note, I think one thing that I've gotten a lot better as I've gotten older, and I just realized this now as you were talking, is eye contact. When I was younger, I used to be a little bit like, I think a lot of kids, like timid to like give someone your full eye contact when you're talking to them. But now it's so like easy for me, and I feel like when people don't do that, especially, then I'm just like, then I get annoyed because I'm just like...
Okay, but then there's an art to this too, because when you're looking, you don't want to look all the time.
Yeah, of course,
Once in a while, look away a little, or like look down a little. So, yeah, that's like the hard timing. People don't like... I think you have to learn over time how to do that.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. But like consciously, I like you got to give them the feeling that like you're giving them eye contact and you're engaged in conversation, but you're gonna like
you shouldn't talk like this the whole time.
Okay. I think let me think for me.
Yeah. What about you?
Okay. Well, one thing like ever since I was young, I always sometimes I forget, but I try to do is like how you present yourself too, right? So when I was young, my mom actually sent me to this like it was like a, how do you say in English, like how to be like polite and like it was at a modeling agency and she just like, but they had courses too on like how to just
like
etiquette. So I learned like table settings, like where you put, but I forgot everything. So like all these like forks and knives and like whatever, and how to like stand, sit, get out of the car, like whatever. And then one thing was like when you're meeting new people, how you should like present yourself and everything. And one key thing, like it's very what's the word, obvious to everyone, but a lot of people forget is like just standing upright, like keeping your back straight. And that really does make a difference, I think, first impression. If you're like standing upright when you meet someone, like obviously you're gonna come off as like more confident and like even like professional, like you're just like, it's just like a different...
And you seem more confident, too.
Yeah, I just said that. Yeah, exactly. But if you notice, like, a lot of people don't. A lot of people crouch when, like, so I think that's, like, a thing I try to, like... Yeah, not just, like, straightening my back, but, like, if I'm meeting someone new, I try to be as, like... I do try to, like, put out a very open and, like, positive energy and, like be, like,
more open to like, bringing people in.
Because I think the other thing is whatever energy you put out is what you're going to receive. So if I am very like open and relaxed but like confident, and I put out that energy when I meet someone new, they're more likely to gonna reciprocate that and feel comfortable doing that. So I try to be as like, just like, you know, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get you.
Yeah. Anything else from you?
I think also like this goes without saying, but like smile a little.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I feel like some people, I'll meet them and I'm excited to talk to them, and they give me like just no crack of smile.
Yeah.
Like I'll crack a joke and they're like,
Yeah.
And then I just feel really uncomfortable, and it creates an environment for me to like not be able to keep the conversation because I feel like you're judging me.
Yeah.
And because you're judging me, I don't want to be in this like circle or the networking event. Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. Smile, it's like one of the main things. That's like.
But people forget all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, or I don't know if they're acting cool or they just want to seem like they're better than everyone else. I don't know, but.
I think it is hard for people, but when I feel like my default when I meet new people is smile. Like my default is not like this.
Yeah,
like my
like,
default is
hey.
smile.
Yeah.
So